What's going on, everybody? This is your crew, Sunday night. Y'all know where you came to. Y'all know what we're here for. It's the Black and Gold Show, but it's the Bama State Recount Show, Women's Flag Football Edition. I'm your host, JB. This is my co-host, the wonderful ambassador of flag football, advocate for women's sports, Miss Jocelyn knows sports. Jocelyn Thomas, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. I know I'm in a light color shirt, but I was trying to show people the She Is Football logo from a brand. I know we'll get more into that. But Chris Godwin also was wearing the same shirt this past weekend. Wide receiver, Pro Bowl wide receiver, Super Bowl champion wide receiver of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think it's such importance that, we have men like him and you and Coach Poole who are out here highlighting women's flag football and just shining a light on the sport. So I'm very grateful for that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. And wait a minute. First of all, happy International Women's Day
Thank
to
you. Thank you.
and all the women out there, especially the ones in our sports place that does media, that plays sports and does anything pertaining to the sports world. Women's in sports very important. But just happy International Women's Day to all the women out there in the world today.
Yes, all the women that are listening or viewing this tonight or later on, I am giving you flowers. Here are the flowers that I'm giving you for everything that you do every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we had to start off like that because it is really international women. Happy International Women's Day, March the 8th. It's a holiday. So
It's officially official.
officially. So thank you guys for joining. Appreciate everybody. Thank you, Sanquinetta, for joining in. Make sure y'all hit the chat up tonight. Hit the like, the comments. And tap in with us tonight, man. We got a show. We won't hold y'all too long tonight, but we're definitely gonna talk about a few things. We got to recap yesterday's game. Bama State Point University wasn't the outcome that we wanted, but we still gonna talk about it tonight. So y'all do these three things for us. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sports Talking with JB and Jocelyn Knows Sports, because we are simulcasting as always. So make sure you subscribe to both channels and share this to your people. Anybody who likes Bama State or flag football or women's sports, period, tell them to come check us out. All right. Now, Jocelyn, we're going to get to what you did this weekend because you couldn't make it to Bama State's game because you had something very important going on. We're going to definitely get to that. But let's do the sponsors. Got to do the sponsors first. Can't go by without doing them. So the network Sports Talk with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. If you're in the market for a new Benz or any pre-owned vehicle, visit the location 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama, or check out the inventory at the website jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB podcast network. Also sponsored by my favorite, your favorite, HBCU apparel brand, especially with the Bama State Hornets, the Yard Apparel brand. Make sure you check them out. Shout out to my guy, Demetrius Mickles. He got some new shirts coming. He got some stuff updated on the site. Go check them out, the yardapparelbrand.com. And we also want to throw this out there real quick. Spring ball is in full effect for Alabama State tackle football. Schedule's right there. They just started practice this past week. I was there yesterday morning, watched the guys practice, was able to talk to Coach Eddie Robinson, Dr. Cable, a lot of the guys who showed up there, and some of our players, former players, current players. And I will be giving you guys some spring ball updates coming up soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the network, as always, to get all your Bama State football content. Now, Jocelyn, thank you for joining us tonight. As always, you are a part of Bama State. You are a part of this show with me.
Honorary Hornet.
Yes, you are. Yes, most definitely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you about your weekend. I'm going to pull a picture as I always do because you always have something going on. And whatever you do is always special, right?
I appreciate that.
Yes. So talk about the She Is Football event that you did this past weekend.
So She Is Football is sponsored and hosted by the Tampa Bay Bucks. And in this picture is the wonderful Darcy Glazer. She is an owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this She Is Football is really her vision. So it's so amazing to see it go from year one to year two. I think there were over 1,000 women in attendance to the Career Summit Friday, which I was a part of. I was very excited about that. Just like-minded women getting together, mentoring, pouring into each other. It was an all-day event. And then I had the chance to interview Darcy afterwards. So for anyone that's tapping in, be sure to tap in with me. I'm going to post that pretty soon. I'm still working on some things, content overload over the weekend, honestly. But she just kind of speaks about the vision and how she sees women football and women's flag football um, expanding over the next couple of years. And then after that, we had a live podcast with Erin Andrews from Fox. And she also was interviewing Chris Godwin live. So it was very cool. And he spoke a lot about his wife and the importance of women in sports. And the next day was a full 5K run in the morning, a She Is Football marketplace where they had 90% of the vendors were female, which I love. And then they had a flag football tournament all day, which I extremely love. And shout out to the Leonard Longhorns and my girl Grace, who won the championship yesterday. If you tap in with me, the interview is on my YouTube shorts. So it was just a great weekend filled with empowerment, women's from women, and I love the men being out there too. There's a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneer players out there as well. I know talk a lot about Darcy just because like I'm just a huge advocate and fan of a person who has a vision and they make it happen. Like that is just amazing to do in general. And really, she's like a pioneer. She was investing into women's football before anyone else was. So she was doing this before it was popular. Like I said, this is her second year doing it, whereas we're just seeing other people start to do it now. And they you had famous people there, you had players there, but you also had young girls there. I think some of my favorite moments were talking to a couple of the high school coaches, and they were telling me how much it meant for them that Tampa Bay flew out their team and put them up. So I just love people pouring into the youth. And I love just the advancement of women's sports. So if I can be in rooms with great people like Darcy, I think life has treated me well.
Look, so you standing next to a multi-millionaire, right? A billionaire, right? So
Yeah.
the Glazer family owns the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
She is a legit billionaire, but she's one of the most humble people. One of the things that I found very remarkable yesterday, because at this point we've seen each other, we've interacted with each other a couple of times, so she and I were talking. She actually ran the 5K. Well, she told me she walked it. So she actually did the 5K. She actually shopped in the market. She actually was a part of the Career Summit, and she was watching the flag football tournament. For a owner to be that involved and investing into something is very rare. So like she already has my admiration, but to see her like outside in t-shirt and track pants like myself, just watching and being a part of stuff is great. And I asked her, like not part of my interview. I was talking to her off record at this point. She said, "How can I know what needs to be improved if I'm not out here seeing it?" And I was like, how great would the world be if more leaders thought like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And see, you get to mingle with the billionaires, which I ain't jealous or nothing, but look at that, man. That's awesome. And you told me off the
I'm gonna
record,
ask her if she can let us hold a few dollars. You my guy.
just let me hold 5. I just need 5. I ain't gonna say 5 wet, but just 5.
There you go. There you go.
Just let me hold 5. But absolutely, man, like she, that's just a testament to some of these billionaires that own these teams and franchises and whatnot. They will still come out here and do things like that.
Yeah.
And very, very humble people. And shouts out to Horizon House Media in the comments right
What's up, my guy?
Was he there with you?
He was there.
There
He
you
was
go.
there. I should have sent you a picture so you could post my guy with his Jocelyn Knowles shirt, Jocelyn Knowles sports shirt on. But I'm very grateful of David, and I love the fact that he is also investing into women's sports because like just like you, it was new for him with flag football, and so like now the more events him and I are working together, he sees the evolution and the growth. So it's always beautiful to watch, and I'm always just so humbled and grateful for anybody that's pouring into me, pouring into women.
Yeah, that's great, man. Shout out to you, Horizon House Media. And there you go, right there with the 2 Super Bowl trophies for the Buccaneers. Tom Brady brought one of them there a few years back before he
Yeah, yeah.
retired. Yeah,
2021, right? I think
yeah,
20 was it 2021 or 2020?
2020, 2020.
2021.
Yep, yep. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Like we appreciate you giving us your insight when you go to these events. That's why I like to have you, kick us off with what you did. If you
I
wasn't at the
appreciate
game,
that.
it was a reason. It was a big reason that you didn't come to the game because I know you are super invested into women's sports, not just flag football. But we're in a season where flag football is very prevalent right now, and it's a
Yeah,
lot going on in the flag football landscape. So we appreciate you for being able to do that.
of course.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I know you're going to get into the game day recap. I was extremely busy this weekend doing some amazing things with some amazing people. But don't
Mm-hmm.
think I was not tapping in with my Bama State girls. Because, like I say on all my social media platforms, me being a Gump Town girl that I am, I'm a little bit more invested personally with Alabama State's women's flag
Yep.
football team than some of the other teams. So I want to give a shout out to Coach Tony, Jasmine, Done it all, and my girl Key Lolo, because they were a part of the her summit, women's summit at Alabama
Yes.
State. I saw that. That is amazing. Very happy for them. Very glad they were a part of it. It was very I want to say, but my other girl was in there. I can't. Her name is
I think a
escaping
Johnny.
me.
I think
A
a Johnny.
Johnny. It was a
Yeah.
Johnny because it was 4 people from flag football there. So
Yep.
I was. Yeah, that made me happy to see Alabama State giving them that platform to be there with the other women. And then I got to give a shout out, obviously, to my girl Kilolo, who signed a very lucrative contract this past weekend.
Yep.
Um, for those who don't know, Kilolo is the first ever woman to get a full ride scholarship for college to play women's flag football. And she's only 18 years old, which is crazy with the
Yep.
amount of things she's accomplished. So just want to give a shout out to those 2 things because I was tapping in. Yeah, just because I
Oh yeah.
ain't there don't mean I ain't looking.
And I'm gonna keep you tapped in even when you ain't here. So
I
you
know.
already know. Yeah.
You know
You
it.
got you got another set of eyes over here in the gun when you're not available to come
And
to
I
the gun.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys go follow Jocelyn Knowles Sports, by the way. If you're not following her yet, do what you do. Make sure you go over there, follow the YouTube channel, and follow her on all social media platforms. It'll be the great thing you'll do. Now, we're gonna get into Bama State, talk some flag football, right? Shout out to Hornet Sam. I saw Hornet Sam in the chat. Shout out to my guy Hornet Sam. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who supports us. Everybody who comments, shares, subscribes, everything. We really appreciate that. Hornet Sam is one of the ones that's been down for a minute. Jocelyn will be right back. She had to step out for a second. But what I want to do now, so I was there. I had to take notes at the game yesterday. Take notes, take some pictures, some videos, and Bama State they did not get the job done. Point University won 27-14. So we're here to talk about that. Great effort from the girls, great effort, but unfortunately we didn't get the win. Point University, a very good team though. Got to give them props for them. Very good team out of West Point, Georgia, I believe. And Bama State we just didn't have what it took yesterday to get the job done. We left a lot out there on the field. I have some notes. I'm gonna go by off my notes. Shout out to Swag Fan 100. Really appreciate you. Appreciate you. But shout out to all the girls who played yesterday. They gave their effort. But we made some mistakes, kind of shot ourselves in the foot. 5 interceptions, and we just didn't capitalize. We got a couple interceptions off a point as well, but some things we just did not capitalize. Point started off the game very quickly, right? Very quickly they capitalized on our first drive interception. Very next play they score a touchdown. So it's 7-0 really early in the game. But we go right back down the field and tie the game up. They come right back, quick strike, and go up 14-7. And at this point, it looked like it's going to be a shootout because it's so early in the game and it's 14-7. But defense kind of showed up on both sides. Like I mentioned, the interceptions, 5 interceptions total for Point University off of Bama State. Bama State got a couple of themselves. Want to shout out a few players for Bama State on offense, man. Where's mine? I got a lot of notes. Janiyah Oliver, right? Well, and what you call
no. What's her name?
Janiyah Randy Moss Oliver.
Give me that.
But she also goes by Big Baby, right? She also goes by Big Baby. I got a highlight. Let me throw this highlight up real quick before I talk about her. And I know she probably watching the show. And shout out to all the girls who watch the show too, because they really be tuning in.
Yes, check out this. I appreciate this.
Touchdown Hornets! Janiyah Oliver.
It was the look back for me. You see how she looked back at him when she snatched that thing out there?
hey, listen to him, bro. Listen, she's special, man. She's special. She had 2 touchdowns. She scored both touchdowns. But that right there, man, we call that a head tap, right? Just go up and get it. You know what I'm saying? Just go up and get it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of routine.
Yeah, grab.
She does it every game. She does it every game. Yeah, so that's like routine for her. But and I want to give a shout out to Sade Baker too, man. Sade, number 20.
Oh, my girl.
Yes. So she had about 12 catches yesterday, because a lot of the times a Point had a good game plan. Okay, we're gonna either dump it off, and if we can't beat them over the top, then we really wasn't getting anything in between. So a lot of times Aubrey had just dumped it off to Sade, but Sade was getting somewhere. Now, I like when she gets the ball, she runs with purpose. And Jocelyn, you know this from watching her the last game.
She got them jets on, yeah.
She runs like a running back, like she runs like she can play tackle football. And I told her that. I said, you run like you can play tackle.
We know her dad, she picked up football from her dad, so he probably was training her like he played. So I'm not surprised.
Yes. Shout out to Sade Baker, man. So those are my 2 offensive players of the game, Janiyah and Sade. Kilolo, she didn't get as many touches as I would like, and probably as she would like as well. I mean, when she gets the ball, you already know she's a playmaker. Yeah. She's a big play waiting to happen when she gets the ball. But in her defense, she plays both sides. I know a lot of girls play both sides. She hardly ever comes out the field. So she probably was a little bit winded too. But Kilolo is one that, and you mentioned, Jocelyn, everybody knows we're going to key in on Kilolo every game. We're going to try to take her out of the game. So she can expect to see a lot of attention even going forward from other teams to try to take her out of the game offensively. So I want to see what can we do to get Kilolo the ball in different ways. Also, Jasmine Dunn. But we had some other players that play both ways as well. Number 11, De'Aria Walton. She stepped up. She stepped up and made some catches yesterday. She also caught an interception yesterday on defense. And she's like one of my defensive players of the game. But she also played both ways. I want to shout out CC, Sierra Wine, number 3. She had a concussion.
Yeah.
In the home opener. She was out there holding the sticks, you know what I'm saying? So she was out there.
She's still being a part of the team.
Still being a part of the team. Shout out to CC. an update on her. She should be cleared this week. She still has to go and get cleared to play. So hopefully we can have CC back for the upcoming game next weekend. And quarterback, the other CC, Christian Wright, number
The other
26.
CC.
Yeah, the quarterback. She has a lower leg injury, and she was in sweats yesterday. She didn't dress out. She wasn't going to play. I don't know if she's going to be ready this week, but it's still up in the air when she will be able to come back on the field and play, because Jocelyn, she's the mobile quarterback.
She more like a day-to-day injury.
Yeah, so we need her at 110%, because we can't afford to have CC running the ball and that leg, something happens again and she's not fully ready to come back, so we can't rush her back.
Yeah, and that could set her back even longer, honestly.
Absolutely. So it's a lower leg injury, and she's just not ready to go yet, but hopefully, we'll get her back real soon. And it was another defensive player I got for y'all. She had
my girl. You ain't mentioned my girl yet.
Shelby.
How you knew who that I was talking about?
Shell, she was pulling flags like crazy. You already know Shell's gonna get most of the flag pulls. You know that.
Okay. I had to make sure she showed up for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But number 25, Talia Brown, she had 2 sacks. And she was so she was back there, pulling flags, getting the quarterback, and she's quick. I like her technique. She's quick to get back there pulling flags. So I want to give her a shout out to number 25, Talia Brown. Hey, shouts out to yes, sir. Shouts out to Colin Smoot checking in from Ohio.
Okay.
My guy. So yeah, we just didn't have it defensively. Okay, we gave up 27 points. One of them was a pick 6, right? So you can't really count that on defense. And then another interception was almost a pick 6. So I would say the defense played well, but offensively we left a lot out there, and it's just some things we have to clean up. And I'm sure they will clean it up. I have faith in Coach Poole. I definitely have faith in Tony Fuller, the offensive coordinator, because it was some things out there that I liked that we did, but the execution just wasn't there, right? And shout out to Point, because they had a good game plan. Point University is a really good team, man. And we're going to get ready to play another really good team on Sunday, next Sunday, playing Huntington College. And that game is at Huntington. I think it's at 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think it's at 11 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But we got a show on Wednesday, so if anything changes between now and Wednesday, you guys will know. But for now, it is on the website, but this is the time, and it's at Huntington College, 11 a.m. Kickoff. And these games start right on time. They start right on time, so make sure you get there a little bit early so you won't miss anything, because they definitely start on time. So got somebody in the comment. Oh, yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out to Colin Smoot. I saw Sean Smoot. I saw Smoot yesterday out there with the guys practicing too. So, but Jocelyn, anything you add? I know you wasn't at the game, but from the notes and everything, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, some days you just don't have it. I don't think that's a testament of the girls' effort. I don't think that's a testament of Point just outperforming them. Yeah, even LeBron done lost a game or two. Some games you just don't have it. And I think I agree, just from we had our own recap before we had to recap.
We did.
I know there's some things to clean up, and I'm not pointing a finger of blame, but you'll never win a game throwing multiple interceptions.
Yeah.
So that kind of crippled them from the beginning. So just, some things to clean up, and then some players have to get healthier. I think one of the things of note that I think, when you and I kind of have our side conversations, I like to watch other teams. I like to watch, I'm not Coach Poole, but I do watch a little bit of footage too. So
Yeah.
I think when him and I were speaking, we were talking about how the level of competition has increased with women's flag football as the sport has gotten better. So like some of these teams that were more like a cakewalk and they could throw a one or two good balls is very different now. You have some real athletes. You have some people who were recruited. You have people who are on scholarships. You have people who are trying to make it to the Olympics in 2028. You got people that are trying to make it to these pro teams when the NFL starts doing that in the next 2-3 years. So it's like the level of competition is just going to increase more and more and more. Like how you said, the schools are going to be more competitive because they're all good, but so are we. And I think like from my vantage point of looking at the Alabama State Hornets, the talent is there, and
Right.
I'm hoping that they don't get the mental jitters and have this one game mess up their head. It's just, sometimes you just don't have it.
Yeah. I mean, and it happens. See, we as fans, we want to win every game, right? And the coaches, Coach Poole, he wants to win, he wants to dominate. And we know from talking to Coach, listen, we know from talking to Coach Poole, even doing the interview last week on the camera and off camera, and from the times before that, he wants to dominate. He wants to not only win, you want to dominate. And he demands excellence from those young ladies, right? So when things don't go right, it just don't go right. You just have to go back to the drawing board, clean up some things, and make sure you get to that level you're trying to be at. It's difficult. It's difficult because you have to take all things in consideration, like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
If you turn the ball over so many times, you give the other team so many extra opportunities, and you take opportunities away from yourself to score. And people miss an assignment. It's all about everybody being on one accord. All seven, on the field, or how many on the field you have on the field is all have to play all together, right? So, and another thing you mentioned about the competition, Point University has been playing flag football longer than Alabama State. Yeah.
Actually, most of their opponents have.
Yes,
They're just
absolutely.
they're just not the D1 schools.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And when you look at D1, D2, D3, you say, okay, D1 schools are supposed to annihilate these D2 and D3s. You can look at that on tackle football level and basketball level and things, and like of course. But we're looking at flag football, which this is only the second year in the
I'll
first
say in the
year.
infancy stages, yeah.
Yes, and the first year of a complete schedule and tournaments and all these things that's going on. The first year they played a few games, but it was more exhibition. Like it wasn't a real set schedule like this, and you wasn't going to New Orleans and Arizona and things like that. So now we have a great group of girls, a great talented group. You got
Very talented.
great coach. It's just it all has to come together. But you have those teams that has been together longer.
Yeah.
And they have more chemistry. Then you got some seniors on those other teams as well.
They have played the whole 4 years. And then if I may, I think people get kind of sidetracked by the fact with tackle football that the D1 schools are more qualified at. Yes and no, right? Because all these D1 schools have 5-star recruits. They have people from the transfer portal that they're taking from these D2 and D3 schools. So any team that gets a chance to become a super team is going to be more dominant. So I think that the D1 has more money. So I don't think those guys on the tackle for D2 or D3 are technically less qualified and talented. But I'm like, if this is a Space Jam game and you got the Monstars against Bugs Bunny,
Hey, that's a great analogy. Hey,
you feel me?
Yeah. But it makes sense, and we can have this conversation over and over again. And it is all about perception, right? You look at D1, y'all supposed to dominate, but like you say, it's levels on D1. Because look at Alabama State, and then you look at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They both D1s, but
The money, the recruits.
yes.
Like what's the guy? Trinidad Chambers. You know I love Trinidad Chambers from Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
He came from what D2, D3 school, but you elevate him and you put him on a team with 5-star recruited wide receivers, running back, offensive line. He looked like a number 10 draft pick on the draft.
Yeah. Number one. Shoot, I mean, and I know some players that's in the NAIA schools, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, I mean, these players are great players, like football, basketball.
I always say my number one example of that whenever I have this conversation with people is never forget Cam Newton played in a JUCO.
Glenn College.
First year being able to have a starting position in Auburn, he won the Heisman.
Yep. And you get stories like that it seems like every year. Like Chamberlain, he's a story. You get those stories every year. Some of them are on a higher level than others, but you always have those kids that play NAIA, Division III, Division II. They come up to the D1 level and dominate, because at the end of the day, everybody that plays is talented. It's about how do you maximize your talent.
And I started that point, not to go on a soapbox, is because that's how I see the evolution of women's flag football. Because it's like now, like how you said, you have those schools that, like you got those young ladies that's playing with those seniors. They come into this culture. Now they got it, locked in. They got the fundamentals. They're going to start having their own transfer portals and going to these other schools that are D1 now. And they're going to have all this talent and all this like experience. So,
yep. Absolutely, SWAT fan 100. It's talent everywhere. It's all about, all right, who can maximize this talent from these kids? Who can get these guys to play, up to their full potential. And a lot of that is with coaching and recruiting too. All that plays.
I like that. I like that right there. Who's that? Smoot.
Yep. Colin Smoot, Trinidad played D2. Then you got Cam Ward too, who only had one scholarship. He was a 0-star.
And
ended up going to Miami and ended up being a number 1 draft pick. So you have those stories each and every year, man.
People just need a chance, man.
Absolutely, man. But that's the schedule right there for you guys. Like I say, if anything changes, we would definitely let you guys know. There's no times on this schedule. But you can always go to the website, and the website has the times on there. But we would definitely give you guys updates because we're coming back on Wednesday, and we're going to have another show on Wednesday, the Black and Gold show, where we're going to preview the game against Huntington coming up on Sunday. And we may have a special guest for you guys. Fingers crossed for that one. Yep, we may have a special guest. So, with all that being said, man, that's about all I got. Johnson, you got anything you want to end us off with?
Just if any of the girls are watching, keep your heads up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one game. We still got a long season. You guys still got a lot of talent. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the next couple of games. And sometimes too, a loss just build character.
Yeah. It shows you, especially after a win, right?
Yeah.
After, the first home games, we won both of those games, right? Pretty dominant fashion, both of them, really. And then, you have a whole week to lay on the wins. And then you get this team point coming in and you lose this one. Now you got another whole week. You got to get ready for another. And Huntington is good. They are good, really good. So now we got to go and play them. And then looking at the schedule, you got to go to Florida. So you got to travel to Florida, play 2 really good teams, top level teams. And the schedule is not going to get any easier, but like you mentioned, Jocelyn, it can only get better, right? Only get better. And once these girls play up to their full potential, and from what we saw in the talent that me and you have seen up close, these girls are very difficult to beat once they play up to their full potential. And it's going to be hard to beat Bama State, and we're definitely going to be competing for championships. Most definitely going to be competing for championships. So
agreed.
absolutely, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to Sports Talking with JB. Subscribe to Jocelyn Knows Sports. If you're watching on Sports Talking with JB, go over to Jocelyn Knows Sports and give her a subscription. If you're watching on Jocelyn Knows Sports, come over to Sports Talk with JB. We are simulcasting. This is what we do on all the flag football shows. We're going to simulcast because we're just trying to broaden the audience. And shout out to Dr. Cable. You know, Dr. Cable, I saw him yesterday. He came up to me. We had a nice little conversation off the record, you know, and he supports us. He supports what we're doing, along with the whole staff over there, Dr. Lavallee, Ross, you know, Cyrus Rudd. All those, they all support what we're doing, you know, covering
Hey, Khalil, don't forget our guy Khalil.
Hey, Khalil, he know that. He know that. Khalil was texting me while he was up there in the press box. I'm on the field. He texting me. We talking about the game. Shouts out to my guy Khalil. We got to get him on too, man. You know, I told him just hit me up and let me know. We ain't hard to find, right?
Pull up.
Yeah, all you gotta do is pull up. Khalil know this. He came from the podcasting game. He know this. So, but yeah, shout out to everybody and all the students that work social media. Y'all do a great job. Just want to get them. They do a great job with the pictures, videos, and doing.
Be honest, when I be on the road, they low key be the ones tapping me in and what's going on. So I appreciate y'all a whole lot.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They are great. You know, I gotta give them a lot of love because they are putting in the work. You know, putting in the work. You got a new subscription, Swat Fan 100.
Thank you.
Sanquinetta, go over there too. Smoot, y'all go over there. Everybody in the comments, everybody watching, go over there and subscribe to Jocelyn Knows Sports. Follow Jocelyn Knows Sports.
I appreciate y'all.
And I want to give a shout out to Cooked by Bree on IG. She is a recruit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she is a recruit that's coming to Bama State. And I want to give her a shout out. She shows a lot of love on IG.
Hey, girl. Hey.
We can't wait to have you. You know what I'm saying? I saw some highlights. She liked that. She liked that.
She one of them. She's definitely one of them.
Absolutely. But we're gonna get up out of here, man. For me, my co-host Jocelyn Knows Sports, Hornet Sam said he's been already subscribed.
I appreciate you, Hornet Sam. We need to get up with you to see if we can get some gear for us for flag, man.
Hey, Hornet Sam, man, we got a tailgate too. So let's just throw this out in the atmosphere before we go. April 11th, right? April 11th is black and gold. We got the black and gold game. It's gonna be a big thing. You got flag football game.
It's the girls' last home game.
Last home game for the girls. You got the black and gold game for the boys. And then I think you got Connection Day or something else going on along that lines. So we trying to tailgate. We trying to do some things. So we just want everybody to come out. We'll have more information. We'll have more information when it comes closer to the time. But we definitely want to get people, if you're going to come out for the black and gold game, make sure you come to the flag football game too.
It's giving 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Yeah, because me personally, I wanted to see more people at the flag game yesterday. I know they had like a family event for the men's football, but I would have loved to see everybody come to the flag football game too. You know, so we're gonna work on getting more people at the game. It's free. All you got to do is show up.
My favorite price.
Yep, $3.99. That's all you got to do is just show up, baby. You know what I'm saying? So
just because I'm hanging with billionaires does not mean I'm one.
Hey. Yeah. And come on now, let's be honest. We love some free stuff now. Y'all know we love some free stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's all about coming out and support, man. But with all that being said, I'm JB. That's Jocelyn Knows Sports. And we'll see y'all Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, live for Black and Gold Show.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. And go Hornets.